Good morning, manifestors. It's Paula from the 411 on manifesting. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday, everybody. How are you? How was your weekend? I'd love to hear what everybody did this weekend. Throw it in the comments if you like. I had an amazing weekend. I went to a medieval fair in North Battleford in Saskatchewan, and it was the first time that they've offered that fair in North Battleford, and honestly it went over so well. There were so many people there. So it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was 3 days, and there were so many people there. I'm not very far away from North Battleford, maybe like an hour and a bit. So I saw a lot of people that I knew there that I didn't know were into medieval stuff, and it was really cool. We had a super good time. I'm tired today though, not gonna lie. So 3-day markets. It wasn't even my market. I actually went to help a new friend that was sort of by herself. And man, I tell you, I know what it's like to be by yourself at these big 3-day markets. So I was grateful I was able to come and give her a hand and, spend some time with her. It was a lot of fun. And of course, a lot of my friends were there. Mystic Manna, I was right across from her. So we got to have lots of good visits and went for supper. And Jenner from Centuries Ago, who makes the most amazing homemade soap and body butter. We got to get her on here one day so she can maybe explain her soap process to us. Wouldn't that be cool? But yeah, it was a really good weekend. So today I want to talk about something that was very in my face this weekend, I kind of want to say, and not in a bad way, but the title of this vlog is called Creativity versus Criticism. So I met a lot of younger people this weekend, kind of people in their 20s, and a lot of medieval fairs I always thought they were kind of people that were maybe in their, 40s, 50s, Viking era, that kind of thing. But there was a lot of people. I've noticed this trend in the last year at, these kind of cosplay fairs that are younger. They're in their early 20s to, very early 30s. And I was fortunate enough to have quite a few conversations this weekend with a lot of them. And they're very, very creative people. I met one girl that was a poet, and she was, really wanting to get published. But the big thing is that the big sort of trend that I noticed in these conversations was the confidence, I think, to put their art forward, which I get 100%. But there's also the fear of criticism. So I spoke with one person in particular, who said that she really wanted to, she had a CD that she wanted to put out, and she was really wanting, to kind of express herself through this, and talked about putting it under a pseudonym and all these things so nobody would know who she was. And, just in case somebody did listen to it, if it got on the radio one day, which, great manifesting. I 100% hope this happens for her. She got on the radio one day that people would make fun of her, laugh at her, things like that. And I noticed that was a bit of a trend this weekend, because I talked to another person that was a musician that was kind of the same thing, play like a guitar playing, wanted to go to different, kind of events or open mic things, and didn't want to go because of, scared of being ridiculed or teased. Another person I spoke with was wanting to write a book, kind of like a memoir, didn't want to put it out there, scared their family would be embarrassed or upset with them. And I just really noticed that there was a lot of that going on. And it kind of surprised me, because I don't know, I don't think many of you know this about me, but I am a musician. I sang in a band for many years, kind of off and on. I play guitar. I have like 4 guitars in my house, some really nice guitars. I have my grandma's like really old Fender, and yeah, I have some really cool instruments in my house, and I have a mandolin as well. So music has been a really big part of my family, generational. My one grandma is a singer, which is where I'm told I get my voice from. She used to yodel on the radio when she was young. And my other grandma is a musician. And my other grandma was in a band for many, many years. She was at Expo. Like she was kind of a big deal, you know? So I get that 100% because I used to write a lot of music when I was young, when I was like really discovering myself, you know, playing guitar and singing. And I remember phoning my grandma one night, and I was like 14, and like playing a song for her over the phone, and she was clapping and, you know, oh, that's so great. But I mean, she's my grandma. Of course, she's going to say that, right? She's not going to say, oh, you know, your song really sucked and you shouldn't do this anymore. No, grandmas don't do that. But, you know, I still never did anything with it, and it was mostly for fear of criticism. But now, you know, I've gotten past that now and I don't really care. So I have a YouTube channel now that a lot of people know about, and it is what it is. So I like having discussions on camera about things that I think are important to me. I listen to a lot of podcasters and YouTubers on, you know, topics and questions that I really enjoy, that really interest me, and I learn a ton of stuff. So I know that you know, if I'm reaching a couple people that are watching my channel every week, where I get to express my creativity, where, you know, some people totally could be watching this going, what is she thinking? Why is she doing this? But anyway, that just sort of back to the weekend, that was sort of the trend that I noticed with a lot of younger people. So super creative people, you know, into writing, into music, just whatever, artists, anything like that, but really not having, and not so much the courage, but maybe the confidence to actually do anything with it because of fear of being criticized. So fear of being criticized by either their family, if they're, you know, in high school or early university, so by their classmates, or just even small communities, right? So word gets out of somebody doing something in a small little Saskatchewan community, and it can be very scary. It can be very, very vulnerable. So that's I just want to encourage anybody. I know I'm pretty sure I got a few more people to watch my channel this weekend because I told them that I was going to be doing this video today. You know who you are. So I would just really, you know, encourage you to get out there. And, you know, if you don't know where to start, just ask. That's one thing that we have to realize about asking for help. You know, and I talked about this on a previous blog, because a lot of people don't want to ask for help. You know, it's really scary to ask for help, but everybody is willing to help you. Everybody. You just have to ask. You just have to ask. So figure out who it is can help you and ask them. I mean, honestly, that's really all you have to do. So that's my vlog for today, everybody. I really wanted to just come on and kind of put some attention to this a bit. And we can try. It's great that there's so many creative people out there. It's not great that they're too scared to do anything because, yeah, of what they're going to encounter. So let's kind of get on this. And I would love to hear in the comments, you know, if you care to share anything that has been holding you back, or anything that you think holds young people back. Even not even just young people, but anybody from actually, you know, kind of achieving their dreams. So I would love to hear in the comments. Have an amazing Monday, everybody. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if nobody tells you this week, I love you. Have a great day. Okay, bye.